Vancouver. Please join us in congratulating Canada's captain, their hometown hero, and the world's international gold scoring record holder, Sinclair. We are proud to present you this evening with a custom art print created by Ray and this organization in recognition for achievement. Here to make the presentation are the President of Canada Soccer, Dr. Nick Montes, and the Honourable Melanie Mark, Minister of Tourism, Art, Culture and Sport, and the First Nations woman member of the BC Legislative Assembly. Canada, the world's greatest goal scorer, is Canadian. Congratulations, Christine! France Canada Soccer's launched an official women's national team Twitter account at CanWNT. Check out the new dedicated social platform for world-class women's national team program coverage, along with in-depth coverage from players, club, and university environment activity. Be sure to follow the handle twitter.com/CanWNT. Canada Soccer's Canada Red Fan membership program is the best way for fans to receive enhanced access to support Canada's national teams. And the newly introduced Canada Red Plus White tier offers package parallel benefits, including advanced ticket snip, pre-sale access, exclusive merchandise offers, and more.
Well, an incredibly emotional day and an important day, many years in the making. The COVID pandemic, of course, delaying this celebration that I'm sure was scheduled the second that Christine Sinclair scored goal 185. And it is also the long-awaited return for the women's national team to British Columbia. The celebration tour, it began, matches in Ontario and in Quebec, and now finally back on the West Coast, a part of the country that means so much to so many of these players, especially Christine Sinclair on her big day. And Laura Armstrong rightfully alluded to it. She doesn't love these moments. She is very much a team-first player. In fact, she tries to shy away from it as much as she possibly can, but there was no avoiding this. This is her day. This is Canada's captain, and it's time for Canada to say thank you, especially in her home province. And it's not the only celebration on the day either. We'll have a couple surprises throughout the course of the next 90 minutes or so here on OneSoccer. My name is Adam Jenkins. It's a pleasure to be with you today. And just as we wait for the women's national team to take the pitch at BC Place, we'll welcome into the broadcast a Canadian Centurion, Kaylin Kyle, joining us in studio today. It's a delight to have you, Kaylin. You see Sink, you see the smiles, you see the tears, and as a former teammate, what runs through your mind in that moment?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the lack of sleep or I don't know which country I'm in at the moment, but it brings tears to my eyes to see someone like Christine Sinclair, the epitome of a true athlete, a true professional, and a true Canadian. You don't get those athletes very often. I mean, there's very few Canadians that come to mind where you think the world's greatest, and Christine Sinclair is in that category. So I'm delighted it's back in Vancouver. Obviously, a lot of these players that are getting honored here grew up throughout the academies with the Vancouver Whitecaps, grew up with the fan support at BC Place. So this is almost that feeling of a home stadium for this Canadian women's national team. So what an amazing opportunity for Christine Sinclair. Obviously, you're seeing her nieces walking her out, and just the tears that's bringing. It's just so emotional, and I think we're going to see a lot of tears throughout this crowd tonight. I probably will tear up, I'm not going to lie. Maybe someone just send me a bottle of wine to help me get through this broadcast. But again, being a Canadian that played alongside her, it's just a delight to be here and delight to be on the call with you for this one.
Well, it's hard to believe how much we have jam-packed into the celebration tour today in BC. Of course, Stephanie LeBay announcing her retirement, so we will get to see her for one final time wearing the maple leaf, how massive she was at the Olympic Games. And it's a position that Canada's been spoiled in for many years at goalkeeper, and she's just one of the many greats. Her day as much as it is Sinclair's day today.
Yeah, I think it's her day. I think it's a lot of these players' days as well, to be able to not only just keep playing on the East Coast, but coming back to Vancouver, and then a lot of these players getting honored for the Hall of Fame. I mean, just legends in the game. Randy Hermes, Karina LeBlanc, Brittany now Baxter, then Timko, Rhiannon Wilkinson, Martina Franco. The list goes on and on. Candace Chapman in the crowd. Emily Zur made the trip from Victoria out here. So honestly, this is not only a celebration for these players, but to have all these players in the stands being able to celebrate with their now daughters that they're bringing to these games tells me everything I need to know about how the Canadian women's national team has changed the future of sport in Canada.
Well, we're so used to seeing Canadian supporters adorned in red and white. I have to say I like as much gold as I'm seeing in the crowd at BC Place. It certainly flatters the Canadians and their supporters. I know just about anyone connected to this match or in this team in any capacity, whether you've played, whether you've coached, whether you just love it, you can remember where you were when. And a lot of these moments, Sinclair's 185, the gold medal itself in Tokyo. And for those who couldn't be there at BC Place tonight, I'm sure it'll be a special moment to watch at home.
And I think this is the best part. Look at these images. It's not young girls now. It's young boys. It's grown males. It's grown women that these females have inspired, not only on the pitch, but off the pitch, that you can be anything that you want to be if you put your mind to it. Definitely you have your ups and downs. Stephanie LeBay has been very outspoken about mental health issues, and I think that only adds to people in the stands coming to these games and supporting these icons that, yeah, maybe I'll never grow up to be a soccer player, but I could be an incredible teacher. I could be an incredible doctor, a mom, a father, a teammate. Even if I don't make the professional level, I can go to college. I can get my college paid for, whether that's in Canada or in the States, try to go overseas. So I think for me, just this team, I mean, you look at everyone smiling, drinking cervezas in the crowd. This is what you want to see. You want to see this stadium full. You want to see this stadium proud. Canada came, Canada conquered, Canada gold. If that doesn't give you chills, I don't know. You're not human. You're not human. I mean, obviously I'm very passionate about this team. I think it speaks for itself. So,
well, and it's, you mentioned that, and I think it's so important, and it's not exclusive to women's soccer, women's hockey, but female athletes in general, a lot of the times, they have to, not only are they champions on the pitch, but they are expected to be champions off the pitch, to carry themselves, to carry the sport, and carry all these burdens. So to see as many leaders, especially on this team, it's just a concentration of all these great people who do so much and so many levels, and that's why I think this celebration is even more important than just individual accomplishments.
And even to have a player like Quinn.
Yes.
What they've done, they have changed the outlook that everyone is welcome. It's not just for certain types or certain figures, and I think that is so important as well. Quinn, for me, has completely transformed people coming to the stadium and feeling welcome. And just them being outspoken on social media and standing up for what is right. They are just such an inspiration for me, both on and off the pitch. And yeah, I don't have enough good things to say. We might need a 2-hour show.
Good thing these matches are typically at least 90 minutes, eh, Caleb? Well, here they come, Canada's heroes. Let's step aside and enjoy the atmosphere. Sure, if you'd let them, the supporters, they would stay on their feet all night long if they could. And the audio, the visuals in BC Place of that golden moment, and the Canadians, they will be receiving special commemorative item or bling, some rings for the side, and I'm sure that will go in a very special place for
tonight. Canada Soccer
their trophy case alongside the medals, the trophies over the career. I think the golden ring will be right up there. Where is your medal?
It's currently getting spray painted gold after seeing these. No, I mean, it's at home. Obviously, my boys sometimes play with it, and it's something I'm going to talk about for the ages. I think that 2012 completely transformed, and then obviously them medaling again. You can see Christine Sinclair obviously so emotional. She's trying to laugh to hold back the tears, but you even saw her with Candace Chapman earlier. Obviously, Erin McLeod, thankfully, being able to make this trip, landed here today, picked up a little bit of a knock. But this, again, just having someone like Erin McLeod, I feel like she's been in the system and has been someone that I've always looked up to. Sophie Schmidt, another player that I was lucky enough to play alongside, that epitomizes what it takes to be a true professional.
Seeing them stand shoulder to shoulder, you have the players who were a part of the generation that laid the foundation, then those who took the baton, and then it was one of the things that we weren't sure with the Olympic rosters, and that was how many people were going to be able to go with COVID, and the fact that they were expanded, that gave younger players a chance to be there and contribute, like we saw from the likes of Jordan Heidemann.
Defender number 14, Vanessa Gilles. Forward number 13, Evelyn Vian. Midfielder number 11, Desiree Scott. Midfielder number 10, Ashley Lawrence. Forward number 9, Adriana Leon. Defender number 8, Jay Riviere. Midfielder number 7, Julia Grosso. Julia, congratulations. Forward number 6, Deanne Rose. Midfielder number 5, Quinn. Defender number 4, Shalina Zaworski. Defender number 3, Kadisha Buchanan. Defender number 2, Alicia Chapman. Goalkeeper number 1, Stephanie Leve. And Canada's captain number 12, Christine Sinclair. And now we celebrate a remarkable Olympic campaign that inspired Canadians from coast to coast to coast. Ladies and gentlemen, Canada's women's national team, Tokyo 2020 Olympic champions. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field tonight's match officials and the team from Nigeria as they take the field for tonight's match. And
now one of the toughest parts, readjust to get back into killer match mode after having to hear the applause. And
you can see Sinky there.
Yeah.
Where do we go now? This for them, yes, it's an important match, but this is